Howdy folks, I'm Jeff, and the folks at Associated Equipment sent me over the 6127, which is an Telematic Quick Start Pro. This is a 12 volt engine starter and a 10 amp battery charger. And if you're looking at it, this looks a little different than most battery chargers that we see in the shop. This is a wheeled unit, and the top part is fully automatic charger. It's got the lights to tell you it's hooked up properly. It's got the lights to tell you it's charging. It's got the lights to tell you when it's done. The bottom part is actually a roll around jump starter. And you're like, okay, wait a second, what's up with that? So a lot of times you need to jump start a vehicle out in the lot. And rather than running a big long extension cord out there and taking your charger out there and plugging it in, you'll grab the jump box and run out there, and that doesn't have quite enough power. Well, this has a battery down in the bottom. In this particular case, it's a group 24 that doesn't come with it. So I'm going to show you how we install that in there. And you go out there, you don't have it hooked up to power. You go out there and you connect it. This comes with 8-foot cables, and then you simply flip the switch and you're able to jump start a vehicle. Once it's jump starting, it'll tell you that, hey, it's charging, or hey, no, it's not charging, it's just running off that. So you unhook it, you bring this back in, you bring the vehicle in, and you're ready to work on it in your shop. So how does all this work? Well, it also is made in the USA. This other label means it's safe in all weather. So in other words, if you leave one out there charging and it starts raining, you don't have to worry about it causing any problems. This is safe for the new AGM batteries. This is a really neat unit. It comes with the 8-foot cables on it. It comes with the on-off switch for the jump box, and you can also use it to as a memory saver if you have the cable that'll plug in there, just like it plugs in the cigarette lighter, and then you can plug the end into the OBD2 cable, and this unit can act as a memory saver while you're switching out the batteries. Now, if you happen to need to run a charge on it, this will also charge a vehicle. It is only a 10 amp charger, but this will actually charge a vehicle, and it charges the inside one and it charges the vehicle one, brings them to the same level, and again, it lets you know. So I've already taken this out of the box, and basically all you have to do is this handle is upside down. You take 2 bolts loose, you run it through the holes, and then you install all 4 bolts. Now remember, I said this does not come with a battery in order to use it as a jump starter. So you do have to install a battery in it. In this particular case, it takes a group 24. So how do you do all that? Because it looks like it's sealed up. Well, basically you take off these 4 top bolts right here. You have 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and you remove them. This top part is coming off, so be sure you lay the battery cables down out of the way. This is your electric plug-in cord that stays with the top part. As you lift it off, now what you have to do is either gently set it on its side. These are powder coated, and so they're not going to scratch just as easy as just regular painted surface. And it has a red and a black wire right here, and if you'll unhook those, and they're just clipped in, you unhook them. Now you can take the battery charger part and set it down out of the way. The inside of this has the 2 wires that we just unhooked. We're going to move those out of the way, and now you have your battery cables right here. So it's got a case down in the bottom here where the battery hooks into, and it's got a tie down strap. So what you'll have to do is unhook this, and then we'll set the battery in. The positive always goes over on the sides with the switch. So let me move a few of these out of the way, and we'll drop that in there. So now we've got our group 24 battery installed. It's got a tie down on there, and then we hook the positive and negative cables Remember, on the tray it shows positive. The positive always goes on the side with the switch. And in this particular case, we're using a deep cycle battery so that we can charge and discharge this battery multiple times without any issues. Now again, you see I've got the red and black wire. We'll have to hook that back up. So we'll lift this top piece back on, and you want to make sure that you don't get any of the wires stuck in between the metal. So again, if you have a helper, they can hold that so it doesn't slide off. It is got a little bit of weight to it, and you just want to make sure you plug these wires back in so that the charger can talk to the lower unit and tell it when it needs to be charged. All of the heavy cables are down here in the bottom, and now we line everything back up. Make sure we don't pinch a wire. We squeeze the sides back in and simply reinstall the 4 bolts, holding the top to the bottom. There's one. Go on the other side and make sure those are lined up, and we're doing opposite. So if we have to shift it just a little, that's all that's involved in unboxing the 6127. And of course, you see you've got about a 6-foot cord back here where you can plug it in. Every time that you bring it back in, you want to plug it back in, and that way it maintains the battery that we just installed in there, and it's always ready for use. The other thing that you want to do, as you can see, it's telling you that the battery we put in has power on it, and when you wrap these cords around, so the great deal with any of the associated equipment is this center bar right here is plastic, and the idea is you want to just clamp these on so they hold in place. So I think this is a really great option for a lot of shops